What if I told you? Most off-grid systems don't fail because of bad solar panels or weak batteries. They fail because the inverter setup is wrong. Everything is technically connected, but the system behaves unpredictably, shuts down under load, wastes energy, or slowly damages itself over time. Because an off-grid inverter setup is not just wiring components together. It's about building a balanced power system where generation, storage, and usage work together. It must function under real-world conditions, not just ideal ones. At the beginning, you need to understand the core structure of any off-grid system. It always follows the same chain. Solar panels generate energy, charge controller regulates it, batteries store it, inverter converts it, and your home uses it. The inverter sits at the center as the bridge between stored DC energy and usable AC power, acting as the control point where everything aligns. The first step is choosing the right system voltage, because this determines how efficiently power flows through the entire system. Small setups use 12 volts, but as power demand increases, 24 volts or 48 volt systems become essential. Higher voltage means lower current, less heat, and better efficiency. For anything beyond very small setups, 48 volts is the standard for stable off-grid systems. Next comes inverter placement, which is often underestimated. The inverter should be installed as close to the battery bank as possible to reduce voltage drop, and in a well-ventilated area. Protect it from moisture, dust, and direct sunlight, and mount it securely with proper clearance for airflow. Heat is the enemy of inverter performance. Even high-quality systems like those from Victron Energy rely on proper installation to maintain efficiency and lifespan. Now let's talk about battery to inverter connection, because this is one of the most critical parts of the setup. Cables must be correctly sized for current load, as short as possible, properly crimped, and protected with fuses or circuit breakers. Undersized cables create resistance and heat, which leads to energy loss and fire risk. In high-power systems, this is a major failure point. Every inverter setup must include a main fuse or breaker between the battery and inverter, proper grounding, and surge protection. This protects your system from faults and unexpected load spikes. Now let's move into grounding, which is critical for safety and stability. A proper grounding system stabilizes voltage, reduces electrical noise, protects against faults, and improves overall system reliability. Next is load distribution. Instead of connecting everything directly to the inverter, use a distribution panel to separate circuits. This allows you to prioritize essential loads like lights and fridges, and isolate heavy loads like tools or heaters. This becomes critical when battery levels drop, because you can maintain essential systems while limiting non-essential ones. Now let's talk about startup and surge management. When multiple devices start at once, the inverter experiences a surge demand. A good setup considers staggering device startup and sizing the inverter correctly for peak demand. The inverter must also work correctly with your solar charging system. In DC-coupled setups, solar charges the battery directly. In hybrid systems, the inverter may manage charging itself. Matching these components correctly is essential for efficiency. Modern systems from Tesla and integrated setups using Victron Energy combine inverter and charge control into one system. Monitoring and control are next. Without visibility, you are guessing. A proper setup includes battery voltage and load tracking. Another factor is idle consumption. Inverters consume power even when nothing is running, which can drain batteries over time. A well-designed setup accounts for this by using efficient inverters or sleep modes during low-use periods. An off-grid setup is not static. It must handle solar production rising and falling, battery levels changing, and temperature shifts. System balance is key. If one part is too strong or too weak, the system becomes inefficient or unstable. A large inverter with a small battery leads to shutdown. A large solar array with a small inverter leads to wasted energy. Planning for future expansion is the mark of a good setup. Includes space for additional wiring and scalable inverter capacity. The inverter setup determines how your entire energy system behaves under stress when batteries are low and loads are high. That's when a well-designed setup proves its value. Reliability depends more on the inverter setup than almost any other part. It's about delivering stable, reliable power every moment. It defines how usable your entire off-grid life actually is. If you want more real-world breakdowns like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel, Off-Grid Life Tech.